very good as well. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy along with John Kruk. We'll hear from Greg Murphy in just a little bit. Starters have been a good key, but also the youth of the Phillies has been very important. Guys are really starting to emerge over the last couple of days.
Yeah, we broke camp as the youngest team in baseball, and those youngsters are really starting to pick it up, starting with J.P. Crawford, especially in last night's game. A big double off of Chris Archer to drive in a run, and then he gets another slider down and in and deposited it in the right field seats. And it's just been a fun thing to watch. Only 23-year-old Crawford is starting to figure things out offensively, which was a question mark coming into the season, but he looks like he's hitting his stride. Kingery, another 23-year-old, has been just as good driving in runs. You see the stats here with both Kingery and then the old man Hoskins at 25 years old. Just one of the best hitters in the game, I think, discipline-wise, power-wise, average-wise. He's just as good as they get. But this used to serve, and Tom, it's been so much fun to watch the last 5 games.
Yeah, Hoskins last night hit 2 of the hardest balls that the game saw for outs. So then he had a bloop base hit, but still contributed for the Phils' victory. Also contributing is the bullpen. The bullpen has been excellent for the Phils.
Yeah, and you can't single one guy out and say this is the reason. 1 or 2 guys, they've all been really good. And look at the numbers. They just jump out at you with 3 saves, ERA of 2. 30 innings pitched, 34 strikeouts. So when they get, even if guys are getting on, they still had the ability to strike guys out. It's been a good mix with lefties and righties. Garcia's been fantastic, and Hector looks like he figured it out the first game here in Tampa.
And Victor Arano has been a splash of success for the Phils so far here in 2018. All right, so today the Phils look for the series sweep. Ben Lively, his 3rd start of the year. Ryan Yarbrough will make his 4th appearance of the season. When we return, we'll go to the NBC Sports Studios. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider, according to speedtest.net. By Toyota. The Toyota Camry, Highlander, and RAV4 have something for everybody. Toyota, let's go places. By Citizens Bank, official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. And by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at IBX.com. His offense is hitting today. Yep, we honor Jackie Robinson. This is the day he broke the color barrier 71 years ago. So everybody's wearing the number 42 on both teams. Let's take a look at the Phillies starting lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider, according to speedtest.net. Well, Cesar gets a day off from being in the field, but he'll be the DH today. Scott Kingery moves to second base. He's hitting .267, hitting in 5 consecutive games. He's hitting 5th behind Rhys Hoskins. They'll face lefty Ryan Yarbrough, making his first major league start. He's appeared in 3 games out of the bullpen, and the Rays do this every 5th day. They have a relief pitcher start. And how far does he go? Well, it's all going to depend on his pitch count.
Talking to the Rays announcers today, and they said that, he hopes he goes 3. Be nice if he can get 3. You see his velocity. He's not a hard thrower. Sets in the high 80s.
Well, they used only 1 relief pitcher yesterday in relief of Chris Archer, so the bullpen's fine to back him up. Cesar 1 for 7 so far in this series. And a changeup waved at. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think that's what you're going to get with Yarbrough. He 8 innings pitched this year, 7 walks, which is a ton. So you have to be patient with him and make him throw the ball in the strike zone.
Swing and a miss. So 1 away. Strikeouts are something that Yarbrough racked up last year in the International League. He had 159 strikeouts, which led the league.
Well, you see the circle change grip, and it was a good one. Down and in. Sure, he wanted that ball away, but down and in will work too if you swing and miss.
Well, now Carlos Santana, who is 2 for 8 so far in this series, overall hitting 167. A couple home runs, 10 runs batted in, and a fastball, and it's 0-1. One ball and 1 strike. For the Rays, they've had 10 starts this year between Archer, Snell, and Faria. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. Those guys are 2 and 3 with a 6.57 earned run average. The guys who have started out of the bullpen, Chirinos and Kittredge, are 0 and 1 with an ERA of 1.15. So they feel like this is working, at least for now.
Also tells you how much their other starters are struggling.
Scuffling, yeah. Archer gave up 6 runs in 1 inning last night, 7 overall. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Santana. Inside, 3 and 2.
I gave a little drop down slider.
There's Chris Archer, who had never given up 6 runs in 1 inning, but did so last night. Fouled off to the right. Yarbrough is the 33rd different starting pitcher used by the Rays since 2008, which is the fewest. Now, they did have for a good portion of time a pretty consistent 4 or 5. But Kevin Cash has not had that same consistency, at least this year. Bouncing ball foul. Last year, Yarbrough, when he played for the Durham Bulls, we mentioned he had 159 strikeouts, and their team had 1,421 strikeouts, which was most in all of minor league baseball. They were a pretty good team. At ball 4, so Santana walks. And a base runner here in the first, and Odubel's coming up.
Maybe they should trade some of that pitching for some hitting. They are struggling offensively.
Yeah, they like their infield in AAA, but they don't know when those 4 guys will be up here. Odubel is going without the logo today. That darn logo just doesn't stay on his helmet. It just doesn't stay.
That's our boy.
Outside 1-0. Got a good look going today, though. The socks with the number 42 and the Jackie Robinson logo. He is 4 for 9 in this series. He and Rhys Hoskins are both doing the same thing. Fouled away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The Rays have some of their players, including Yarbrough, wearing the pants pulled up. Phillies have Carlos Santana. 2 coaches are doing it.
Hoskins and Kingery, I saw pregame or have the pants pulled up.
Way outside, 2 balls, 1 strike to O'Dougall. Phillies have 17 extra base hits during this 5-game winning streak. Down the left field line over toward the Phil's bullpen. Malik Smith is going to get to the spot and make the catch. Looked like that last step that he took was kind of odd.
Yeah, I don't know if the turf jumped up and grabbed him. That happens sometimes.
Turf monster.
Yeah, they're out there. You just don't know where. I mean, he did go a long way to get this ball. We talked about his speed the first 2 nights. I think he was just stutter stepping so he didn't run into the players sitting there.
Hector was saying something to him as he was coming over.
I'm sure he was.
Rhys Hoskins stands in. 1 hit so far in the series for Rhys. At a fastball 0-1. 3 infielders on the left side for Hoskins. And his OPS is still over 1,000. On base and slugging percentage.
Well, let's hope it goes up today.
Out to center field. Kiermaier waits. And the Phils are retired here in the first inning. No runs, no hits. And 1 man left. Move to the bottom of the first in a scoreless game. Today, Phillies fans have been very happy with the first 2 outcomes. Let's take a look at the Rays lineup for today. Brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider according to speedtest.net. Denard Span is back in the lineup. He's DHing today. Gomez bats second. Kiermaier hits third. And then C.J. Crow and Malik Smith. He's been all over the lineup the last couple of days. And they'll face right-hander Ben Lively. Lively is 0-1, an ERA of 5.56. Ben, his first 2 starts, John, has been comfortable early, although he had a little bit of a hiccup in the first inning last time. but it's later in his outings where he's run into a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, and you wonder, you know, with the fact that Arrieta pitched deep into the game last night, if you know, maybe the third time through the order the bullpen gets up and ready.
First pitch to Denard Span is a fastball in there. Span is 0 for 3. Did not play yesterday. 0 for 3 in this series. Inside. He's coming off a very good season last year. He had 272 with the Giants last season with 12 home runs. One ball and 2 strikes. And now the Phillies will shift the infield. Pedro Florimon will range toward the middle, and Maikel Franco will range toward short. Ground ball foul. Built for baseball, presented by T-Mobile, the best network for streaming baseball, because your stadium should be where you make it. In the air to right field. That is well hit. Altair is going back, and the Rays have a 1-0 lead. Well, that is the first home run for Span as a Tampa Bay Ray. It's the 23rd run that Lively's given up in the first or second inning of games since he was brought up last year.
You just keep throwing fastballs to a veteran hitter. Eventually he's going to figure it out, but that was surprisingly a 3-2 breaking ball, because he didn't look like he was picking up the fastball very well.
No, he was late on the swings.
Throw him something off speed to speed up his bat.
It's only the 7th home run hit by the Rays this year. 1 ball and 1 strike to Carlos Gomez. You saw he was 0 for 8 in the first 2 games. Inside, 2-1. Three and 1. By the way, that's the 15th leadoff home run for Span in his career. His last one came against the Phillies last August. 3 balls and 2 strikes. All right, so back-to-back full counts for Lively. Fastball here, you hope?
Well, yeah. They haven't hit it yet, have they?
Oh, that's a good pitch.
Now we're all backwards.
Yes, we are. Gomez lost his helmet. I think the backswing may have gotten napped. No, the backswing didn't get napped. The helmet did fall off, though.
It's a pretty big 3-2 swing. That's why I've done it. I mean, everyone overswings, but how much further over the fence do you really need to hit it?
Well, I mean, you know Carlos well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how he's always been.
That's him.
Here's Kiermaier. Kiermaier, a couple hits in last night's game. And he loops that one out toward shallow left center, and Florimon won't get it. And Kiermaier will head to second base. The ball is dropped. And he's there sliding. It's going to wind up being an error on Rhys Hoskins.
Kiermaier might be hurt a little bit. Finger?
Boy, he hurt his thumb.
Yeah, it looks like he's holding on to his hand.
Ozzie Timmons is telling the athletic trainer to come on out.
Well, they played a little deep. Florimon did everything he could to try to get there, just couldn't reach, and then Reese just took his eye off the ball. Yeah. No excuses. It's take it off of it, miss it, bobble it. Kiermaier, great base running. He saw it, read it, and took off. And yeah, it looks like they're looking at his thumb.
That's the injury that occurs a lot of times when you go into the bag. Remember, Chase Utley had that injury happen with the Phils.
I mean, you get 2 hits last night, you got 1 tonight. I mean, last thing you want to do, or first at bat this afternoon, last thing you want to do is have to come out.
See right there, the thumb hits the bag. He stays on. You can see look at his face right there. He drops his head. Looks like it's moving around okay.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll continue to run the bases and then see how it feels after the inning's over.
Boys, while you're out here, want to take this stuff for me?
Yeah, here, you might as well. Hold on, I got something else.
So a single E7 for Reese. It's the first error of the year. And John said it. He just took his eye off it.
Yeah. It shouldn't happen, but it happens to everyone.
Well, here's C.J. Cron, who's 3 for 7 in the series. One ball and no strikes to Cron.
All kind of troubles holding on the ball today, aren't we?
Seems that way.
It's early.
It is an early start, a 1:10 start.
You know, when you have a bunch of older guys like we have, they need a little more rest. What's the average age out there? 24, 25?
Let's see. I have it from earlier this season. 26 years, 340 days. In dog years, I don't know what it is.
All right, so if you're the dog,
yeah,
you want the peanuts, there we go with the peanuts, or do you want the beer?
Well, depends what kind of dog it is.
I think your better dogs would prefer the beverage.
I think they would also prefer a pretzel over the peanuts.
Yeah.
It's not exciting.
Especially when they're throwing shell and all in there.
That's right. Cron strikes out. Second strikeout for Lively. They have a lot going on today here at Tropicana Field. Bark in the Park, giving out emoji t-shirts to the kids. Honoring Jackie Robinson. There's the emoji t-shirt. He's not a kid, though. Nope.
Yeah, these days, like Bark in the Park and the giveaway emoji shirt, and did they just sneak up on them and they
just piled it all into one day?
Schedule came out and like, oh gosh.
Well, the anthem was being sung before. 2 of the dogs were barking.
Yeah,
pretty good.
they were.
And the anthem was very well done.
Unbelievable performance.
Outside
rendition. The dogs, though, they were out of tune. They weren't keeping up with the beat.
They definitely weren't keeping up with the beat.
Really, I mean, if you're going to bring a dog to the ballpark, you got to train it better. Bark along with the anthem the right way.
Fouled back to the screen. It's 2-1.
I don't know if I've ever warned you, but I'm not really good with day games. So it's hard to tell what I could say today.
I've kind of gotten that a little bit.
Thank you.
Were you better with a 135 start than a 110 start?
But you had to give me 20 more minutes to not screw up, I guess. All right, Ben, let's go. Get out of this inning, get that offense back up.
Out toward left center field. That's going to split the gap and go to the wall. A run will score, and Malik Smith is going to fly. He's around second, thinking about three, on his way. The throw is not in time. He slid off the bag, but got back in time. And Malik Smith with his second triple of the year. It's 2-0 Rays. Guy's red hot.
Tell you what, that you hate to see it against the Phillies, but I mean, he was picking them up and laying them down. But again, it's another breaking ball. Span hit the home run on a breaking ball. Now Malik Smith hits one in the gap in left center. They're just flying around the bases. The breaking ball is like Chris Archer yesterday, getting him in trouble. The fastballs, they haven't hit it yet.
And Duffy shows bunt, takes strike one. With Franco playing back and Santana playing back. I figured he could sneak one down the line. Fouled away, 0-2.
I mean, he had it in his mind walking up the on deck or walking up to the batter's box. If he's back, I'm going to try to bunt.
Yes.
But he got a look like a hanging breaking ball that he took. That's when as soon as it's halfway there, you're kicking yourself for thinking about the bunt instead of trying to hit that one about 500 feet.
And a breaking ball just missed somewhere. 1-2. Opposite way out toward Altair, and that'll wrap up the first inning. But some damage for the Rays. They scored two. A triple by Smith drove in the second one. We'll head on to the top of the second. It's 15 and older. Also the debut of the Throwback Thursday, the 1980s themed promotions throughout the game, and the players wearing the powder blues. Go to Phillies.com to get your tickets. Andrew Knapp went over to chat with Ben Lively. Now Kranitz comes over as well. Johnny Field has taken over out in center field for Kiermaier. I guess the thumb didn't feel all that well. Here's Scott Kingery, 3 for 9 in this series. Kingery has 8 extra base hits, which is tops among rookies. He also has 6 doubles, which is tops among rookies. His 6 doubles also lead the Phils. Outside, 2-1. Has his average up to 267. Two balls and 2 strikes, a foul tip.
Well, we know he's not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. Done a lot of damage this year with 2 strikes.
Fouls that one off his foot. People are ringing the cowbells and the dogs are barking even more.
Where the tornado comes. Could get a little loud.
Could get a little loud. We do have a storm that's supposed to roll through this area in a couple hours. One of the security guards came in and said, just, you know, so you're aware, we may have to evacuate. And we're like, what? Looks okay outside right now. John, your car seems safe and sound.
I hope. We might have broke some laws coming here, huh?
Maybe. Kingery strikes out. Second strikeout for Yarbrough. Michael Franco's coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thanks a lot, Tom. Well, you know, this season we've obviously spent a lot of time talking about the Phillies' offensive approach. It has been a good one all season, seeing a lot of pitches and trying to work those starting pitchers to get them out. But how does that approach change when they're facing a bullpen game, as they are doing today? I talked to a couple of the folks today, Jose David Flores and I were having a conversation about how that approach changes. And he said, you know, really, you obviously get ready for the first guy, you get ready for Yarbrough, and then you almost have to anticipate who you think you will see, who is most likely the guys that are going to follow Yarbrough in this game. Then they'll watch film on those guys. They'll go over each pitcher as they do before every series and go over and talk about their tendencies. But, you know, it's a little bit more preparation for the guys as they have to anticipate, you know, who they might see later in the game, because you're probably going to get, you know, maybe 2 at-bats against the starting pitcher and then 1 at-bat against 2 or 3 other guys that follow him. So.
Yeah, in fact, John mentioned it. Their plan is to get 3 from Yarbrough. Now, a lot of it depends on how quickly he gets through these innings. He may be able to linger a little longer. But, you know, people wonder, why are the Rays doing this? Well, part of it is out of necessity. They just don't feel like they have anybody, although Chirinos may be pitching his way into being the 5th starter. But they went back and looked at the statistics, and I think we touched on this in Game 1. And the statistics for number 5 starters in all of baseball, the ERA is over 5. And for all bullpens collectively, the ERA is 4.5. As Crone puts it away and Altair is retired, and the Phillies go down 1-2-3. Well, so far Yarbrough has only allowed 1 base runner through the first inning and a half. We'll move on to the bottom of the second. There's been a lot of great moments so far this Phils season. Don't miss the next one with the NBC Sports app. Stream every one of our Phils broadcasts along with our postseason coverage of the Flyers and the Sixers. Download the NBC Sports app on all of your devices. That was a fantastic game last night by the Sixers. They were down, I think it was a dozen while our game was going on, and they just obliterated the Heat in the second half. Here's Joey Wendell, who is 1 for 7 in this series.
Yeah, they got just rolling in the second half. What, Redick scored 23 points in the second half, I think.
Yeah, Simmons put on, there were 2 moves that he put on that were just unbelievable to get to the basket. No balls and 1 strike. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. You gonna wear any Sixers garb when you go to the Sixers Heat game down in Miami?
Yeah, I don't have any.
Really?
No. Now my son will. He'll wear his Joel Embiid jersey that he wears for every game he watches on TV.
Does he really? Out to left field. That ball's well hit. And O'Double's going back and he runs it down. Wendell's retired, 1 away. Nick Marquetta, our director, who was directing Sixers games before the baseball season started, he has 4 Sixers t-shirts that he can loan you.
I don't know. I don't think Nick wears double X, though, do you?
No, you can make it a double X, though.
Well, yeah, but I want to cut the sleeves off, and you know, I don't want to.
You don't want to stretch it out on him?
I don't want to scare the people in Miami when I show up with a sleeveless shirt.
Here's Jesus Sucre, and he swings through the first pitch and whacked Andrew Knapp, and it's 0-1. We'll have to get you a jersey or something.
You better get it before Saturday or Sunday or whenever it is.
We can get it before then.
To my house.
Yes. Who do you want? Ball's fouled off to the right. You want a vintage Dr. J one or something?
No, I like current. If I was going to get a vintage, I would get a Barkley.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. The red Barkley?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, me and Smitty with the red.
That's right. 0-2 fouled back. What about TJ McConnell?
I think if I was going to get a current player, I'd probably get a Redick.
Okay.
Even though he did go to Duke, I won't hold that against him.
Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts. We could probably get you a Redick jersey by the time the game comes.
Medium.
I'm not going to get you a medium. I'm not going to get you a medium. What color you want? You're going to a road game. You want blue?
Yeah, well, yeah. Will they wear blue? I guess.
Nick, will they wear blue? I think they'll wear blue.
Don't they have like different, like?
They have a lot of uniforms.
Yeah. Red. I think they even have black, don't they?
I don't know if they have black. We can get you red. We'll call Allah. Allah will get it for us.
Redick. Yeah, I think Redick.
All right.
Although I'm a big fan of Sarge too.
Well, you decide.
We'll let Murph decide. Give him something to do today.
Yeah. Murph, do some research on who John should get, what jersey he should get before the game.
I'm on it.
Yes, you are. I bet you we order it today, it'll be at your house by tomorrow or Tuesday. That ball is ripped deep to left field. Hoskin going back. He'll run it down. Well, Robertson's retired. It's a 1-2-3 second inning for Ben Lively. A couple balls hit pretty hard. We'll head to the third. Rays up 2-0. submit your answer on the subject line. John, the question is, what pitcher had the most starts in Major League Baseball from 2015 to 2017? Answer will be revealed a little later on.
Oh, boy.
Lost you, didn't I?
Yeah, I have to think too much, and I'm not a big fan of that.
First pitch to Knapp, who's been under the weather the last several days. So that's why he hasn't played a whole lot. Bouncing ball over the first base bag. That's a fair ball. And Knapp will hold up at first and just gets back. That would not have been good.
No.
First hit for the Phillies as Gomez nearly caught him.
Last thing you want is throw out a good piece of hitting and then get thrown behind and get thrown out. Knapp just gets jammed, but you know, he kept his hands in and hit it down the line, and I think if Gomez comes up right there throwing, he might have had him.
Pedro Florimon takes high. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Florimon hitting 200 so far. First start for him, but he fouls it back to the screen.
It's amazing the things you can do up here with multitasking.
We have kids, John. You have to be able to multitask. And a foul tip, and it's 1-2. Today's game is also available in Spanish. Just use the SAP button on your television or change the language through the menu on your cable box. Fouled off to the right. Quick toss over to first.
Well, not really quick.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I mean, if we're going to be accurate, let's be real accurate.
Lob over to first.
Yeah. The Ephus pitch over to first.
Yeah.
Knapp just gets back just in time. See, I told you I get delirious day game.
Line drive to left field. That's going to be in for a base hit. Knapp's around second, heading to third. Malik Smith hesitated for a moment, and Florimon is able to slide in safely. Malik Smith thought maybe he had a play at third, but he didn't. And if he would have thrown to second immediately, Florimon would have held up at first, I think.
But this is what you want right here. Good start. See, Florimon hits that ball, and he's running out of the box, and that's the only way. And he reads this. He sees Malik Smith hesitate, pump to third, gets in there to put runners on second and third with no outs, and now we're rolling.
And Cesar, who struck out his first time up.
How about a bunt?
You know, Murph talked about the approach. Now the second time through, maybe it's a hair easier because they've already seen Yarbrough. One and one.
Well, you'd like to see Cesar first off get a hit, but second, if he's not going to get a hit, advance the runners. Get another runner on third with less than 2 outs.
And a line drive picked on one hop by Robertson. What a play. And Cesar is safe at first. A run scores, and it's a 2-1 ball game. That was an unbelievable play by Robertson.
It's like the same play Echeverria made last night on Hoskins. It turned a double play. A bullet. Short hop. But I don't know what. I mean, watch his ball. I mean, it's a bullet. One hop. Robertson makes a great play. And look where Knapp is. You know, he had a play at home. Great base runner by Florimon to stay. And he kind of like drops down sidearm and throws a little floater over there. And again, though, Florimon and now Cesar hustling, make him make plays. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he had Knapp at home, and he just, you can see it, he just drops underneath it and throws it. And Crone tried to little backhand tag on Cesar, but he's in. And
it's a long conversation with Kyle Snyder, the pitching coach.
They give that a hit or an error.
E6. An RBI for Cesar. It's his 5th of the year. And Carlos Santana, who walked his first time up, has a chance to tie this game up. Right side is pretty much wide open except for Crone, the first baseman. Pickoff play on. And no throw as Florimon is able to dive back. Change up, and it's 0-1.
Here you see the shifting rays. Second baseman right behind. It's tough for Florimon to get any sort of big lead out there. You surprised here in the 3rd inning they don't have anyone warming up yet?
I am surprised, particularly because Kyle Snyder went out. I figured he was going out to get somebody a chance to get up. Broken back. How many bats has he broken in this series? Is that 4?
Yeah, I saw a few of them today when I was down there lined up against the wall.
I mean, he's got some brand new lumber that he's been working in.
Tell you what, too, we're getting all the colors of lizard skins in this series.
Yes, we are.
Blue to red.
Would you have used that if you played?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I hated wearing gloves, but because of the humidity, you know, in Philly in the summer, I had to wear gloves because the skin would start peeling off my hands. But I never liked gloves. I think with that stuff, with the lizard skin, I think you wouldn't need them.
Fastball inside, 2-2. Take a look at our pitch cast presented by PJ Willehans, and it is inside.
We'll let you know if it's a strike by the crack of the bat.
Out to right field. Venturing back is Gomez. Tagging at second is Florimon. He's on his way to third. The throw goes to second base. 1 out. Runners on first and third. And Odubel Herrera is coming up.
Really good base runner by both guys. As soon as that ball went up, Florimon tags and Cesar tags, and you know, then for Cesar, it's just a read of the throw. If Gomez tries to air it out and he misses a cutoff man, we got second and third. But now we have the hole open for Odubel.
He's got his logo back on his helmet.
Yeah, he found it. Those things can just get up and crawl away. I mean, you got to keep your eye on them.
Every fan wants one.
Are those like the 3D or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
Like the Dodgers had?
Cubs had.
Yeah.
Cubs had them forever.
Yeah. I like those.
Rays infield sets up for 2. As the first pitch is over, it's 0-1. Outside, and they were going to throw behind Florimon, but Sucre could not hold on to the baseball.
Yeah, well, Florimon, he does get a big secondary lead, and that would have been an interesting play. Watch how Pedro, he's getting off as far as the third baseman Duffy's giving him, which you're supposed to do. And then he gets a walking lead, and
he might have been in trouble.
Yeah, they might have had him.
Down the right field line. That is a rip, but it's foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Odubel. Well, 47 pitches now for Yarbrough.
I mean, I guess they'll get someone up, right?
I would think this will be his last inning, but he was battling for a rotation spot during the spring, but I'm not sure if he's stretched out beyond this. Outside, 2-2. Odubel nearly bid on that one.
I was talking to Dwayne Stat today before the game, and he thinks that Yanni Chirinos has a chance to, you know, be a guy that could step into the rotation, and apparently has a big arm, and they think he could be the one that they think would be go into the rotation if they ever wanted to go to a 5-man.
Yeah, he's pitched very well in his 2 starts out of the bullpen. 5 innings and 5 1/3. Outside again, 3-2. Boy, Florimon really is getting a big lead off third. I mean, he's enticing Sucre to do something.
Yeah, and he sees how far Duffy's away, though. I mean, Duffy, you know, with the left-hand hitter up, Duffy's way off the line, and that's the general rule. You get as much as the third baseman gives you, and Florimon's taking advantage of that. You know, any sort of wild pitch that gets out of the dirt area around home plate, the secondary lead, the lead and the secondary lead, he's going to score. What happened to his right sleeve?
He's got it rolled up underneath.
So he's.
See, there you go.
The Odubel gun show showing up here in Tampa.
Doing a little Ted Kluszewski.
I love the sleeveless uniforms like the Rockies have. I love those.
Fly ball to short left field. Alex Smith is under it. Florimon tagging. And he draws the throw, and it's a good throw. 2 outs. And now it's left to Rhys Hoskins with runners on first and third. Double not happy with himself.
No, but this is, you know, they're been playing so well lately. You'd kind of be shocked if Rhys doesn't pick him up right here.
Right.
Seems like they've been pretty good at that the last handful of games. Hear the dogs.
Dogs are barking.
I don't know, we've discussed this before, but like they have to have somewhere for them to go to the bathroom in here, don't they?
That's a good question. I would think they do. I don't know where that would be.
Gotta have some real grass here somewhere, don't they?
Could have Murph ask the rest of the grounds crew.
Yeah, give Murph something to do, since he's added nothing to this telecast so far.
1 ball and no strikes to Hoskins, and he takes out the knees. 1-1. Murph, you down with the grounds crew again today?
Yeah, just hanging out.
Yep.
It's my turn to cut the grass. So.
Ask him where the dogs go to the bathroom.
Okay, I will. Always wanted to be a hard-hitting journalist.
Well, it's an upgrade to your usual work.
Yeah, consider the company I keep.
2 balls and 1 strike.
Come on, Rhys.
I always wanted to be a hard-hitting journalist.
You should just start with journalist first, Murph, and then move your way up.
Rhys lines it foul off to the right. And now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
There's some interesting spikes Rhys has, too.
Yeah, those are pretty sharp. Cesar goes, pitches inside, it hit him. Rhys was trying to get himself out of the way. They do appeal to see if he had swung on that because his body was moving so much. So the bases are now loaded, and Scott Kingery is coming up.
Can he do it again?
It'd be great if he could. Kevin Cash to your right.
Breaking ball by Yarbrough just kind of kept chasing him.
Kingery struck out his first time up, and the first pitch to him is taken for strike belt high, and it's 0-1.
Well, let's see if he can't take the team lead in grand slams.
Second major league home run was a grand slam at Citizens Bank Park. Phillies have hit 15 home runs so far this year, which is tied for 15th in all of baseball. And the count is 0-2 to Kingery.
You got a feeling, oh, that's going to change once that weather starts warming up. Like we said, we think Santana would have had a couple at least on the last homestand.
Absolutely. Oh, 2 pitch. Popped him up. And that'll find its way toward the dugout, and it hit one of the wires. And Sucre's looking up at it might have been the wire that holds up the net.
Yeah, did you see C.J. Cron pointing up to it like, now we got more obstacles here?
Wires everywhere. Yesterday, Wilson Ramos had that pop up, which he was trying to avoid the bat. Here comes Sucre, and he's got it lined up, and then ding, hit a wire. But yesterday, Wilson Ramos had a pop up near home plate that he missed. It was ruled a no play, and they have changed that to an E2.
I got to go get my scorecard out of the garbage and fill that back in.
Yep. And put the unearned run up in the pitcher's line too.
Work, work, work.
0-2 to Kingery. Now time is called.
It gave you a little second life, Scott. Make them pay.
And Lively sitting and waiting, hoping that the Phils can get another run or two across. Erase the 2-run deficit. And that one's hit out towards center field. On the run is Field. It's over his head and it's off the wall. This is going to clear the bases as Hoskins is rounding third, heading for home, and he will score a 3-run double for Scott Kingery. That's his 7th double of the year. And the Phillies take a 4-2 lead. Well, Johnny capitalized on that new life, and he drilled it to straightaway center field.
He just hit it too hard on the line to get it out of here, but that ball was, hey, the sound of the bat, the sound of the ball coming off the bat was a loud noise. You see where Sucre wanted the pitch down and away, it just drifted over the center of the plate, and don't they know you can't throw Scotty jetpacks there?
7 doubles.
Unbelievable.
Michael takes outside. It's 1-0.
I think the Phillies should be very happy that they, because what, yesterday would have been his first day, right?
In this neighborhood, yes.
Yeah,
it would have been at some point.
Window.
This window, yes. 1 ball and no strikes to Franco. And that's in there, 1-1. So he gets new life as the ball hits off the wire. If Sucre would have caught that ball, it still would not have. It would have been out of play because it's in foul territory. Hits the wire. It's out of play.
Yeah, but how thin's that wire to hit it?
Pretty thin.
That's what I mean. It's if it doesn't hit it, it's an out.
And then he comes back and lines it to center field. Kiermaier is out because of a sprained thumb. He'll be reevaluated, but he wouldn't have got that either.
No.
Franco fouls it over the dugout, 2-2. Here's Field.
We get a few more runs here, then we'll root for Johnny Field to get his first big league hit. 2 outs, no one on. Single.
Another one fouled away. Remains 2-2. Bullpen action begins. Matt Andries
Kingery just took over the team lead in RBIs too, right? 12 now.
12
Reese has
RBIs.
10.
Santana has 10. And a liner out toward left field. Malik Smith is there. And the inning is over. 8 men come to the plate in the inning. And Scott Kingery's 3-run double caps a 4-run inning for the Phils. Straight away center field. He cleaned the bases. We'll head to the bottom of the third. It's the Phillies 4 and the Rays 2. Today here at Tropicana Field, where the Phillies are on top 4-2. So Ben Lively will face the top of the order thanks to Scott Kingery. He's got the lead now with his 3-run double, and Span, who homered his first time up, will step up for the second time. Breaking ball, 2-0. And a line drive base hit for Span. Odubel will get to it quickly, and Span will hold up at first. John, they are hitting some baseballs hard in this game.
Yeah, I'm sure that Gabe Kapler and Rick Kranich are down there in the dugout thinking, how long do we keep going?
Yeah. Kevin Cash had Andries sit down after that inning came to a close. We'll see if he gets back up again as Gomez takes inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Back in 2008, when the Phillies played here in the World Series, they began the series here. The Rays had home field advantage because the American League had won the All-Star game that past summer. Or that summer. Ground ball to short. Florimo flips to second for 1, and an easy double play. 6-4-3. And Joey Field is coming up. Phillies won game 1 3-2. Cole Hamels got the victory. They scored 2 runs in the first inning thanks to Chase Utley's home run. I don't know if you felt this way, John, when you were in the World Series in '93, but when the Phillies came down here, there was some trepidation because we'd heard how loud this place was, and you always want to take at least 1 game if you can in the American Leagues or in the opposing team's ballpark, particularly if you start there. And when Chase Utley hit that home run in game 1, it wasn't an easy win. It was a 3-2 game, but it just seemed like everything was relaxed after that. He kind of set the tone. Yeah, because, these dome stadiums can get really loud.
but the first inning 2-run homer kind of deflate that.
Yep. Lively comes back and gets the double play and a strikeout of Fields. And that's 3 in the books. Here is Chase Utley's home run here at Tropicana Field. He was introduced to some boos, and then he was booed even more as he launched that one into the seats in right field. And again, the Phils went on to win Game 1 and win the series. Provides beautiful options for every part of your office, and WB Mason provides it all at amazingly low prices. All-in service means you don't have to lift a finger. Who but WB Mason? Aaron Altair will lead it off. Altair popped out into foul territory his first time up. As Ryan Yarbrough continues to pitch after throwing 38 pitches in the third. And he's up to 68. Bouncing ball to the right side. And Yarbrough is there to take the throw. 3-1 on the putout. Andrew Knapp is coming up. Let's check in with Murphy. He's got our Dayton history.
That's right, presented by Geico. And this was an easy one today, guys. April 15th, 1947. 28-year-old Jackie Robinson makes a historic debut for the Brooklyn Dodgers, becoming the first African-American to play Major League Baseball in the 20th century. Robinson went 0 for 3 in his debut, but he scored the deciding run in a 5-3 victory over the Boston Braves at Ebbets Field. He handled 11 chances also over at first base, which was a new position for him. April 15th, 1947, one of the most important dates in baseball history.
One of the most important dates in baseball history and world history, too, at least in the United States. In fact, all along Twitter today and every year at this point, different athletes from different sports send out their thoughts on Jackie Robinson and what Jackie's entrance into Major League Baseball meant for even them, whether it be basketball, hockey, football. Here's Florimone. Jackie was a lifetime .311 hitter and could have continued to play when his contract was sold to the Giants, but he so hated the Giants because of the rivalry between the Dodgers and Giants, he just decided he was done.
That is true hatred.
It's true hatred. Two balls, no strikes. Florimone takes outside, 3-0. Cesar's on deck. Fly ball, short right. Gomez is in and makes the catch. Phillies go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the 4th inning. We've completed 3.5. It's the Phils 4 and the Rays 2. years ago today, and all around baseball they celebrate with all of the players wearing the number 42 in his honor, the number that is retired and cannot be worn by anybody in Major League Baseball. The last was Mariano Rivera, who was wearing it before Major League Baseball retired the number. Jackie was a .311 lifetime hitter. Was an amazing athlete at UCLA and opened the door for so many others. In fact, around baseball, folks are honoring Jackie because this is the day that he broke the color barrier. Some are also honoring Larry Doby, who later on that year did the same thing with the Cleveland Indians. A one pitch is outside, 1 ball and 1 strike to C.J. Cron. Cron is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up.
Got a lot of opportunities to talk to Johnny Padres about Jackie, and he said it was just amazing the things he went through and kept his head about him.
The ball spins off the glove of Kingery. He is human. Yeah, and you know, the fact that you were able to have that sort of history lesson from Johnny Padres, I think it's incredible. 1947 Rookie of the Year, the MVP and the batting champion 2 years later. Inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1962. The idea of wearing number 42, Ken Griffey Jr., Mike Cameron did it in honor of Jackie 1 year, and then it just sort of mushroomed from there. The next year, a bunch of other players decided to wear number 42 in honor of Jackie Robinson. Then Major League Baseball decided on this day that every team would do it.
It's smart move by Major League Baseball, with a very classy move by Junior and Mike Cameron.
1 ball, no strikes. The pitch outside. 2-0 to Malik Smith, who tripled his last time. The Umps are even wearing the number 42 on their sleeves. That's usually the spot where the umpires have the initials for Doug Harvey, the Hall of Fame umpire who passed away this past off season. A high pop up on the left side. Florimone runs out to a spot. Phillies baseball is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery's new family of Monopoly scratch-offs. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. And by Nissan. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
Also had a lot of opportunities to sit and talk with the late Buck O'Neill, who was as funny and as fine a gentleman as you ever meet. And you know, Ernie Banks said I had a nice conversation with them. And
there's a line drive base hit to right field for Matt Duffy.
But they said that there was more talented players than Jackie coming out of the Negro Leagues, but Jackie was the right one.
Yeah, there certainly were guys that, you know, whether it be Josh Gibson or or others who probably had more vaunted numbers in the Negro Leagues. Here's Joey Wendell.
Now, Robin Roberts swears that Josh Gibson was the best hitter he's ever seen.
Now that's remarkable for him to say that, you know.
And he swears if he would have started in the big leagues at 20, 21, whatever, he said he would be the all-time home run leader. He said 800.
Robbie gave up his share of home runs. You know, he liked the challenge of going after some of those power hitters. No balls, 1 strike to Joey Wendell, who flied out to left center field his first time up. Up and away, 1-1. Joey Wendell out of Westchester University, where he was a teammate of Bob Stumpo, Phillies bullpen catcher. batting practice pitcher extraordinaire. Inside, 2-1. They won a national championship, a Division II national championship. And we mentioned this the other day. There's Stump. He's the second one in from the right, or now the man in the middle. Next to Jim Gott. Fouled away. 2-2.
So they need 2 or 3 guys down there in the bullpen to keep track of those relievers, huh?
And to relieve their knees from time to time. Ooh. Swing and a miss. He got him with a breaking ball. Time now for our Nissan upgrade. Upgrade to the technology of tomorrow today. And since the 3rd of April, the Phillies' 2.69 earned run average is the lowest in the National League. In fact, during the 5-game winning streak for the Phillies, their ERA is 2.91. They have 24 strikeouts in 34 innings of work. And they're also averaging more than 6 innings per outing now. Sucre takes a pitch a little high. 1 ball and no strikes. Line drive, base hit into left center field. A run will score. Duffy goes to third. It'll be first and third with 2 outs, and it's a 4-3 ball game. Second RBI of the year for Sucre. And Daniel Robertson is due up.
Well, you battle to get that big second out with Joey Wendell up the strikeout on the breaking ball. And another breaking ball that just didn't get to where they wanted it. Caught too much of the plate. Thought for a second that ball might be getting in the gap and getting through. 2 runs would have scored to tie the game.
Yeah, the ball does bounce on this carpet. Breaking ball, and it's 0-1. By the way, there have been 6 games postponed today because of weather in Major League Baseball.
There's a way to fix that.
Outside, 1-1. Start the season a little later.
Not only that, but you know, play in warm weather.
Right.
Like, why are the Angels playing in Kansas City in early April?
Yeah, 30-degree temperatures today in Kansas City, and they were trying to get the game in because Ohtani was pitching, and there were a lot of tickets sold, Royals tickets sold, for folks that were coming in to watch him pitch.
Saw it snowed in Minnesota, but not real shocking, I guess.
Snowed in Kansas City, snowed in Minnesota. I think we've had enough.
Chicago, it was what, high 20s?
High 20s with the wind chill. But yes, 6 games canceled today.
Is it easier to cancel games now because you know that there's going to, with all the off days teams have, that there's more time to make it up?
Definitely is that option. There definitely is.
Did the players in their union take that into consideration?
I don't know if they did.
When they asked for more off days?
Two balls and 2 strikes. Jason Stark wrote something today, said that this is the 18th day of the year, baseball season, and there's only been 3 days where all 30 teams have gotten a game in at the same time. 2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball toward third. Franco has it, zips it to second in time to get Sucre, and that'll wrap up the bottom of the 4th. 5-4 on the putout. A run does score, Well, the nasty storm that's supposed to hit here hasn't hit yet. Just a little cloudy. Ticket package for the 2018 season. NBC Sports Philadelphia is giving you a $4 discount per ticket in your choice of one of these 3 hats. Head over to Phillies.com/authentic-fan to grab your seats now. Johnny's got his authentic fan hat on today.
I do. I am an authentic fan.
I almost introduced you as that in the open, but then I thought we'd both start laughing and maybe we wouldn't get through it.
Well, I'm sure it wouldn't have been our worst work if we'd have just laughed through the whole thing.
It's very true.
We have had some mess ups.
Yes, we have. I like the hat, though. I like the light blue one. You can choose one of the 3. This is the light blue. We had the red, the white. And folks asked after the game, well, where can I get that? We just let you guys know that you can do so with the authentic fan page.
They are comfy, too. I might wear this golfing tomorrow.
Nice. Outside, and it's 2-2. I think the Phillies may be done with Ben Lively because they've got Hobie Milner and Yaxel Rios both warming up in the bullpen. Popped up. I don't think Lively's too happy. Three and 2. And ball 4. So Hernandez walks for the 13th time this year. Yeah, that'll bring Santana to the plate.
I wonder if Ben's not happy that he might be coming out of the game. We don't know if he is or not, but you got Span leading off the next inning, who's hit 2 balls right on the screws.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I mean, we were saying it. I mean, almost every ball has been hit hard today.
Yeah, and it'll be the 3rd time through the order.
Yeah, a high fly ball to deep left center field. Malik Smith going back toward that crevice. He makes the catch. Cesar tags and goes to second base. Boy, Carlos Santana has hit some balls right on the nose to the deepest part of 2 ballparks now.
If that's to the left 5 feet, it goes out because that fence comes out there. Carlos thought he got it. We thought he got it. But look where the crevice is right there. If that ball's over 10 feet, maybe, probably a home run. Instead, F7.
It's a long out.
A good base running by Cesar again to read that. Gets to second base, tags up.
Foul back 0-2 to Odubel. Odubel hurt himself a little bit on that swing.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Shaking that arm out.
No, he's fine.
He's fine. Fouled it away again. He remains alive. Phillies have scored 15 runs in the 3 games so far here in Tampa. So Yarborough's up at 87 pitches.
Got a feeling you're going to need some more in this one.
Ground ball right side. Cesar will move over to third base, but there are 2 outs. And here comes Rhys Hoskins.
You got to believe Kevin Cash is coming to get him, right?
Yeah, he's running out now. So there's the signal to the pen. So we'll have a pitching change here in Tampa. The Phils on top by 1, 4-3. We'll be back with that change right after this. Cap free to children 14 and under. Visit Phillies.com to get your tickets. That young guy would get one of those hats if he came up to the ballpark. Looks like he's got a couple autographs on that one. Yarbrough is done after 4 2/3 innings. He seems a little unhappy too. And Matt Andriese is coming in. So far an 8.53 earned run average. Andriese came to spring training this year and was immediately told that he would be working out of the bullpen, which was much to his dismay.
Does that mean he wasn't happy?
Was not happy. Because the Rays told him we're starting with a 4-man rotation. And part of it is that the Rays have 8 off days in the first 38 days of this season, so they felt like they could pull it off. But they are going to eventually settle on a 5th starter. Outside, 1-1 to Hoskins with a runner at third, fills up 4-3 here in the top of the 5th.
Well, how's he going to feel when they do go to 5-man and Chirinos is in there and he's not?
I don't think he's going to be happy about it.
No. And then Evaldi, right?
Inside, and it's 2-1. And a liner out to left field, a base hit for Rhys Hoskins. That'll bring home Cesar Hernandez. And the Phils add to their lead. Hoskins thought about going for 2. He might have made it, but he decided not to take the chance. And that is the 11th RBI for Hoskins. Well, time for our Toyota turning point early in this game. Last time Kingery was up. Take a look at StatCast with his bases clearing double.
103 miles an hour off the bat. That sounds about right. Hit it 402 feet. A lot of places that's a homer,
yep.
But Scotty will take a double. 3 RBIs. And hopefully he can get another one.
Phillies now with 4 hits, 5 runs on 4 hits.
Like if you didn't know any better, like visiting teams, fans, and they see Scott walking around in his uniform, they probably think he's the bat boy. He looks so young.
Does look very young. Hoskins goes, pitches in there for a strike. The throw is off the shoulder and the glove of Wendell. Off the shoulder of Hoskins, the glove of Wendell. And a stolen base for Rhys. That's his 3rd.
I wonder if Rhys got tagged in the face. Just a straight steal. You saw him didn't move back, but you saw that the tag. The throw took it. It took the second baseman into the tag and into the sliding runner and kind of clipped him in the face. The thumb guard thing flew all over the play. There's a lot of things going on there for a stolen base.
He keeps that thumb guard on or in his hand even after he hits. Swing and a miss by Kingery, and it's 1-2. Take another look at it.
Yeah, see the tag in the face. The helmet comes flying off, comes back and hit him. The ball goes, and then the thumb thing.
Well, fortunately, he's okay. And now in scoring position for Kingery. Bouncer foul over toward Murph.
Murph make a play?
Did
you make that play, Murph?
Yeah, I picked it clean.
Yeah, you did.
You what? Murph might be leading the league in fielding percentage.
Safe to say.
Gathering up those hot shots.
In preparation.
This is a great vantage point, by the way.
Is it?
Here at this ballpark. Absolutely.
Out towards shortstop. Robertson has it. And in time to get Kingery. It wraps up the 5th. The Phillies do add another run on the RBI single by Rhys Hoskins. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's the Phils 5 and the Rays 3. innings today. There was some good, but it was also some hard hit baseballs. He had some movement on his fastball, a couple of decent breaking pitches.
You know what Ben's going to give you. I mean, he's going to challenge you with fastballs. He's going to mix in an occasional breaking ball. And you know, I'm sure with the 5-3 lead, you know, he wanted to go back out for one more inning to try to get a win. But you know, Gabe Kapler and the Phillies think that, you know, the third time through the orders, the numbers get more in favor of the offensive team. So bullpen wasn't used that much last night, so why not give him a shot here today?
So they bring in Hobie Milner first to face Denard Span. Yaxel Rios is warming as well. And a first pitch breaking ball. It's 0-1. Little looper out toward left. Florimone tracks it down. One out. And here comes Gabe Kapler. So one batter, and that's it for Hobie Milner. And Yaxel Rios will come on to face Carlos Gomez. So pitching change here at Tropicana Field. It's 5-3, Phillies on top. Bank minor league report. Citizens Bank, the official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. Yesterday, Lehigh Valley defeated Louisville 7-6. Dylan Cousins, a couple more hits. Reading lost to Richmond 5-4. Giandino Trump 2 for 4. Clearwater lost to Bradenton 9-5. And Lakewood defeated Delmarva 3-1. Little lady kind of trying to keep busy. First pitch from Rios to Carlos Gomez is in there. It's 0-1. Well, it's raining a little harder outside, and we just received an emergency alert on all of our phones that there's a tornado warning in this area. Grounder out to shortstop. Florimone throws out Carlos Gomez. A tornado warning, not a watch, John. A warning.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a tornado?
I have not been in a tornado. Have you?
Yes, in AA, Beaumont, Texas. Ripped down the wall of the scoreboard at Lamar University where we played our games. It was nasty.
Here's Johnny Field. See Rios' numbers. Had a pitch low. It's 1-0. We'll let you know if they tell us to take shelter somewhere. They want us to go to center field if we have to. That's what they said. Or they said we can just go outside the booth and close the door to the hallway. That was the other option.
Well, I think we take that one. That's a long walk.
It is a long walk out to center field, although we can stop and at that concession stand that Murph was telling us about the other day.
They have ice cream, Murph?
They do have ice cream, and they have the mac and cheese grilled cheese sandwiches, which caught my eye.
Well, get a grilled cheese and wash it down with a cup of ice cream.
Right. A liner out to left field. On the run is Hoskins, and that's in for a base hit. Off the wall. Field with his first major league hit. It got stuck at the bottom. His first major league hit is a double. And he's in scoring position with the Phils on top 5-3. It's a nice keepsake.
Congratulations to Johnny Field. First big league hit. See that little short compact swing he had. Very quick to the ball. Ball was hit so hard Reese couldn't get to. I thought right there if he came up with it there might have been an outside chance, but
and then it got stuck in the bottom of the fence for a little bit.
I don't know what C.J. Cron was looking for there. Apparently not a fastball right down the middle.
Away 0-2. 97 from Yaxel Rios, who will top off in the high 90s. And now a trip to the mounds.
Well, both teams are down to 5, huh?
Yep.
Now, if there's a
got a little thunder rolling.
That thunder or plane?
I don't know. It was really loud though, whatever it was. Riled up the fans a little bit. So balls and 2 strikes. And Cron is hit by that pitch. It was a breaking ball. Looked like he was hitting the back of the helmet.
Yeah, you can see where he's wiping the dirt off of it. I mean, 83-mile-an-hour changeup by Rios. Oh man, hit him right in the
almost below the ear flap.
Back of the helmet, neck area.
All right, so that puts runners on first and second with 2 down. And Malik Smith is up.
I don't think this is the guy you want to see up.
Now he's their hottest hitter. 1 for 2 today, 4 for 10 in the series. Popped it up. Michael Franco in foul territory. He's under it, and he'll make the catch to finish off the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 men left. A little bit of a headache for C.J. Cron as we go to the 6th. his major league career. Scott signed a 6-year contract right before the end of spring training and has hit the ground running and swinging. It didn't take long for his first hit, followed by his first home run, and now his first big league grand slam. Kingery was once a prospect, and he now is presently producing at the major league level. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Well, Hoskins sitting next to Kingery, and both have played a role in today's ball game. Hoskins has scored a run, driven in a run. Kingery has driven in 3. And as we go to the 6th inning, the Phillies are on top 5-3. Final game of this 3-game series before we're off to Atlanta for the 2nd time this month. And the first pitch down low, 1 ball, no strikes. Maikel Franco against Matt Andres. A high chopper to third. Matt Duffy's got it. And 1 away. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live at home, in the office, or on the go with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. A couple guys that the Phillies haven't gotten going yet, and this is one really important guy. I mean, he's 0 for 2 today. He came in hitting under 100, and the at-bats are starting to pile up. Yeah, they are, and you know, just watching Aaron's at-bats, timing is just not there. Like right there, it's a 91-mile-an-hour fastball just thrown by him. It's like he's not getting his front foot down in time. I mean, you see that. I mean, that's an 0-1. Hope I put this in play swing. And he's down on strikes for the 2nd out. And Andrew Knapp is coming up. Boys are trying to get out of here for the tornado. That guy's ready. Lineups have been introduced. A little fidgety, isn't he? You know he's got a Sixers shirt underneath that. That would be great. Flyer sweater. That would be great if he had a Sixers shirt underneath there. Hey, it's a great time to be from Philadelphia. No question about that. Inside. Yeah, the Flyers are just now getting underway. It's supposed to start at 3 o'clock Eastern. That series split it at 1 win apiece. Fly ball foul. And out of play into the seats where there's a lot of red shirts. It was very noticeable yesterday when Arrieta came out of the ball game. How many Phillies fans are here? Whether it be they just came down from Philly or they live in this area. I mean, they have come out in droves these first 3 games of this road trip. And it remains 2-2. Fly ball center field. Field going back on it. He's at the track and makes the catch. Phillies are retired in order here in the 6th. We've played 5.5. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Phillies are on top by 2. Call 800-JEFF now or visit jeffersonhealth.org. At Buy Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Last of the 6th inning, the Phillies lead it by 2. Yaxel Rios is continuing out on the mound. He came on in relief of Hobie Milner, who went 1/3 of an inning, and relief of Ben Lively, who went 4 innings today. Phils are trying to sweep out the Rays. It would be their first sweep of an American League team since 2003. Gabe taking a look at the lineup cards, seeing what Kevin Cash might do, what he might do as well with his bullpen.
Well, he's got one lefty left. Adam Morgan, right?
Yep.
That's it.
That's it. Duffy takes the knees, 0-1. Matt Duffy missed 188 games because of a heel injury, and the Rays were happy to get him back, hoping that he can do what he did in 2015 with the Giants when he hit .295 and reached double digits in home runs. Fastball on the outside corner, 96 miles an hour, one away. First strikeout for Rios. With 1 out, it brings Joey Wendell to the plate. We mentioned before that Wendell is out of Westchester University, so like a lot of people in the Delaware Valley, Murph, he had himself a pretty good offseason watching a little football, huh?
He did indeed, Tom. You know, you were just talking about how many Philadelphia sports fans are down here, and you could add Joey Wendell to the list because he is indeed a Philadelphia sports fan. I asked him about watching the Eagles and watching them march towards the Super Bowl as he takes that one off the back foot. And he said, yeah, it was so exciting. He said, I'm a huge Eagles fan. And he said, I went to a couple of games this year, but he watched the Super Bowl out near the Kennett Square area with his family. He said that if he didn't have to report to spring training on the day of the parade, he was headed to the parade as well, but he had to come down here in order to, get this season underway. But absolutely, he's a big Philadelphia sports fan. He's excited. He said he was excited about watching the Sixers and the Flyers as well as they move through the postseason. So it's always fun when guys from back home stay true to their roots and root for the ITs. I guess we can't expect them to root for the Phillies anytime soon, but
no,
but that's okay.
Maybe from afar, maybe quietly. Here's Jesus Sucre, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Had a first pitch low. It's 1-0.
Did you all go to the parade?
Murph went to the parade.
I did.
I did not go. Murph went. Where were you, Murph? You were right near the ballpark, right?
I was right at the beginning. You know, they started over there at the near the NovaCare complex, so I was right at the beginning of the parade and saw all the guys pass through with my 2 sons, and then made it home in time to watch the speeches on television. It was perfect.
Cool. Yeah. I think there are a lot of people that did that same thing. 2 balls and no strikes. And a line drive, base hit into right field. Duffy around second will hold up, or excuse me, Wendell will hold up, and it puts runners on first and second with 1 out for Daniel Robertson. Looks like the Phillies are going to get the bullpen up and going again. Luis Garcia goes running down. Robertson is 0 for 2. He's flied out and he's hit into a fielder's choice. Yaxel Rios was drafted by the Phillies in the 12th round back in 2011 out of Puerto Rico. He didn't start pitching until about a year before he was drafted. He was a third baseman in high school. And a year before he was drafted, he went on the mound. I mean, can't miss that arm.
No. I'm assuming he wasn't a great hitter, but they made him a pitcher, right?
I would agree with that, yeah. At the knees, 1-1.
A lot of guys that have done that. Kenley Jansen was a catcher,
He
right?
was a big catcher.
Yeah, no kid. I wonder if he threw that cutter to second.
Think about it. You see Luis Garcia warming up out in the bullpen. That's the size of Jansen, basically, and Luis is not a small man. Inside, 2-1. Runners go. Pitches way outside. It goes past Knapp. And now second and third with 1 out and the count 3-1. It'll go down as a double steal because they were moving on the pitch.
Yeah, there's no chance for Andrew Knapp on that one. I mean, that went behind most left-handed hitters.
Well, he's running into some command issues, isn't he?
Yeah, the changeup that he hit Crone with, he can't get it down. Now he pulled that fastball with.
That one's popped foul behind home plate. Knapp is there. That's a huge out. 2 away. And Denard Span is coming up now. They'll probably keep Rios in because they like him against lefties because of his changeup. But as John mentioned, keep an eye on it because the changeup he has not had command of it.
No, I think if I'm Denard Span right here, I'm eliminating that pitch altogether. Another visit by Andrew Knapp. Gabe Kapler told him to go talk to him. Apparently they don't like the matchup too well. They're trying to get Luis a little more time.
Probably pretty much ready to go.
He threw on the side today a few pitches down in the bullpen. He and I think Hector might have thrown a couple too.
And Kapler's coming out. So the fact that he does not have the command of that changeup is going to force Cap, looks like, to make a pitching change. Luis is still warming. He has not signaled to the pen just yet.
Wasn't that the rule that you had to signal as soon as you got out to the, as soon as you came out of the dugout?
Yeah, usually yep, there's the signal. Usually he signals as soon as he walks out, but he obviously wanted to give Garcia another few pitches. So we have another pitching change, 2 outs, runners on second and third. We'll be back right after this. Season. Go to Phillies.com to order your tickets. Well, the rain is starting to come down a little harder outside. John, your car's going to be nice and clean when you get out to it.
It's going to knock some of the pollen off of it.
Yep. The tornado warning has just been posted here. Local police and fire officials are monitoring this situation. And Sucre giving us an indication that there is a leak in the roof somewhere.
Seemed to be enjoying it.
He did seem to be enjoying it. Here's Denard Span against Luis Garcia. With runners on second and third. And a line drive out to right field. Altair comes diving in and makes the catch. And the inning is over.
Ooh,
he didn't see it right away, but then burst toward it. And the Rays leave 2 in scoring position. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 men left. Oh, to be athletic. We'll head to the 7th inning. As of now, this is a game saver for Aaron Altair.
All right, without question. This ball gets by him. It could have been inside the park home run with the speed of Denard Span, but Aaron Altair, you said it, he didn't get quite a great jump on it, but We hear these players a lot saying, hey, if I'm not hitting, I got to catch the ball. I got to make a play. And Aaron's struggling offensively, but he didn't let that bother him. Great play right there by Aaron Altair to keep this 2-run lead for the Fighting Phils. And that's our defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
So we begin the top of the 7th inning. There's Aaron Altair, congratulated by everybody as he went into the dugout. One of the first was Yaxel Rios, and then Luis Garcia. Florimon takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
One of them would have had 2 earned runs. The other one would have had a blown hold.
And may have given up a run because, I mean, Denard's band can run. And if Altair didn't come up with that catch, that ball was going to the wall. It was going to be at least a triple. One ball, one strike. Two and one. The last time the Phillies swept an American League East team was back in 2003 at Baltimore. Phillies lost 8 consecutive interleague games to start last year, and then finished 7-7, which is we finished 5-7 the last 12. So they're 7-7 their last 14.
I think the last few years, that's when you play the American League East in your that's your interleague. Pretty tough teams to have to go against.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Florimon. Swing and miss. 1 out here in the 7th. Time to take a peek at our Delaware Valley Honda dealers game summary. Scott Kingery's 3-run double helped erase a 2-run deficit for the Phils in the 3rd. And then the Phillies added another one in the 5th after the Rays pulled within 1. Ben Lively 4 innings. Ryan Yarbrough, the starter for the Rays, went 4 2/3. Cesar takes a strike, 0-1.
You haven't given the answer yet to the stump the fans, huh?
We have not. Out to left field, Alex Smith. Couldn't cover some ground. All right, John, here you go. Our Ram Truck Stump the Fans trivia question. Our answer: what pitcher had the most starts in MLB from 2015 to 17?
You know, I thought maybe Arrieta, but now I'm thinking maybe Chris Archer.
Chris Archer is correct.
Huh.
3 straight years of 200 innings or more. Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack. And thanks for playing Ram Truck Stump the Fans. Archer was out signing a lot of autographs today. They have a program here, I guess it's on Sundays, where a player and a coach sign autographs. And he was down the right field line, and a long line of people coming down from the concourse. He was taking photos with people.
Well, you have to think that he and Kevin Kiermaier, I would say easily the 2 most popular players here.
Kevin Cash simply said after last night's game, he said, listen, we need Archer, Snell, and Faria to step up. He said, and that's obvious, but they need to be better. Opposite way for Carlos, and he fouls it.
And when you're getting your best performances from your bullpen game, your team's going to have some issues.
Yeah, that ERA is going to go up a little bit after today, but I mean that was their best ERAs for starters. And a foul tip hung on by Sucre, and the Phils go down in order one more time. There's Archer before the ball game, signing some autographs, seeing some of the kids. We'll be back after this. For something at Ashburn Alley, the John options include Chickies and Pete's crab fries, Tony Luke's, or a Hatfield hot dog and Coke. Good for any home game in April and September. Order as many times as you like. Go to Phillies.com/studentsteal or bring your ID to the ticket window at Citizens Bank Park. Somebody's going to update their profile picture. As we start the bottom of the 7th, Carlos Gomez leads it off. Adam Morgan's warming up in the pen, and Gomez takes a strike. 0-1.
You have to think that Adam Morgan's up for Malik Smith, hitting 4th this inning. If someone gets on, I'm sure that a couple guys get on. I guess Adam Morgan would face Malik Smith.
We talked about the Phillies bullpen in the open and how strong it has been. Might see Neris at some point. Arano to the right. He's pitched well. There's Drew Hutchison. They make the long reliever sit a few feet away. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball. Shallow left field. Hoskins is in. Florimon is out. Reese says he's got it. And one out here in the 7th. And here comes Johnny Field, who had his first major league hit his last time up.
Sure, his dad that we saw yesterday was very tickled. I assume they didn't come for just the first game, right?
I don't think so. Although they're not in the same seats they were in yesterday. Maybe they moved because it wasn't good luck. A high bouncer over to third. And Franco zips it over to throw him out. 2 away. Every time the Phillies retire the opposing team 1-2-3, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider, according to speedtest.net. C.J. Cron has been on base twice. He reached on an error and scored and was hit by a pitch his last time up. Swing and a miss. A slider, and it's 0-1.
Didn't quite reach.
Did not get there. It'd be nice to get Cron here, and then I would imagine Morgan would start the next inning against Malik Smith. And it's back to the screen, 1-2.
You would think he would try to keep the leadoff hitter off base.
Check swing, and it's 2-2. See, the Rays have their 20th anniversary logo back behind home plate. They've combined the 2 logos. The current one is right in the middle of the 2 and the 0, and then the Devil Ray is underneath it. Although they've kind of gone away from the Devil Ray moniker. Just are called Rays. Has nothing to do with any kind of a sea creature. It's all about the sun. 6-3 on the putout. It is a 1-2-3 7th inning. We've completed 7, the final game of this 3-game series. We'll move on to the 8th. Braves. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And buy WB Mason. Who bought WB Mason for fast free delivery? Nobody does it better. Guy's taking in the game with his dangle hat. Big Fanatic fans right there. I like the shirt, the 1980 World Series champion shirt with a Fanatic on it.
It's an old shirt.
It's an old shirt. Probably comfortable.
I would think it's broke in.
Yeah. Material's all worn. Odubel is 0 for 3. Shows bunt, takes high, 1-0. Andriese is on in relief of Yarbrough. Jabs at it again, and it's 2-0.
So the Rays today is a bullpen game.
Yes.
And we've used 4 pitchers and they've used 2.
Yes. Their formula seems to be working. But the
Well, it
Phillies
ain't because they're
winning.
losing.
Right. Yeah.
I'm confused.
They just have a lot of guys. Three balls and no strikes. And 3-1. Top of the 8th inning, Phillies up 5-3, trying to finish off a sweep of the Rays. They get 6 consecutive wins. They had a 6-game winning streak in April last year. A little different feel to it though this year as Odubel walks. And Hoskins coming up. Friday, April 27th, when the Phillies take on the Atlanta Braves, you're going to want to stay after the game for a free post-game concert featuring Grammy-winning artist Zedd. All fans 15 and older will also receive a free pair of Coca-Cola Phillies headphones. Tickets are on sale now by going to Phillies.com/Zedd. I thought he was eating like a piece of candy or something. It's a
big chunk of candy.
It's a bottle.
That's probably not annoying. Bottle crinkling and people trying to.
Right. Kyle Snyder going out to the mound. Going through the mound visits. Kittredge is warming up in the bullpen for the Rays.
I think we're lead. Are we leading in mound visits or are we now tied?
I believe we're tied. Yeah, they have 4 left. We have 4 left. Meanwhile, he lost the bottle again.
Boy. Hey, got it.
He's got it back.
He's a retriever.
Other dogs are in search of the bottle as well.
Is that what we're going with? Search of a bottle. I think he's looking at the wrong end.
Trying to keep it. I was trying to keep it on the up and up.
I mean, the other one didn't swallow the bottle yet. It's been great working with you.
What ball?
You know when our producer Jeff Halligan's quiet, you've done something wrong.
1 ball and no strikes to Hoskins. And inside 2-0.
Well, do not ask me to go investigate this one, guys. Just please.
Or if that is hard hitting, that's oh. All right, come on, Reese. Here we go.
2 balls and no strikes. Right side is wide open for Reese. And he fouls that one. 2-1 foul tip. He had an RBI singles last time up. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the third.
That a way to rein us back in.
Do a short lead. Probably didn't even need to dive back on that one.
That's the first head first slide I've seen. He didn't even get dirty. I think he just slid on his hands and kept like planking kind of.
Yeah, about an inch or so off the ground. Phillies have stolen 11 bags. They're among the leaders in all of baseball, third in stolen bases. Inside, 3-1 to Reese. You gonna go here, you think?
I think I would.
Pulled foul toward the bullpen. That's going to hurt a little bit.
That looked like got him just right above the right knee.
He's gritting and bearing it.
Take a look.
He's made every play in this series.
He's been very good down there.
Odubel inches off first. He does not go. Inside, ball 4. So the Phils now runners on first and second with nobody out. Back-to-back walks. That's going to be it for Andres. As Kevin Cash comes running out, they're going to bring in another right-hander with Scott Kingery due up. So a pitching change for the Rays. Here at the top of the 8th inning, nobody out. The Phils threatening to add some more. For all the young Phillies fans, after the activities, treat yourself at the Turkey Hill Ice Cream Bar. It's open before and during every Phillies home game. For information, go to phillies.com/theyard. You can hit some home runs at the Citizens Bank Fan Field, climb the Fanatic climbing wall. There's so much to do at the new yard.
Shoot the hot dogs at Hatfield.
Yep.
Hot dogs at the Targets.
Got the bullpen back there as well. You can.
We should come early one day and go back here and hit.
Oh, that would be awesome. It would be awesome. Here's Kittredge with runners on first and second for Kingery. And Kingery tries to check his swing. He went around, says Sam Holbrook. And it's 0-1.
Oh,
I think he may have gotten back quickly.
it looked like his body turned more than
it may have.
the bat. I'm sure our producer will show us that later.
Balls in 1 strike.
If he's still employed.
Yeah. Same pitch, same reaction, 0-2. I think that one was a little better pitch. That's the first pitch.
Is that the first?
That was the second one.
Yeah.
Little tapper up the third base line. This is going to be a tough play. Duffy's got it. No play. He may have actually had a play at second base, but it's an infield hit for Kingery, who's now 2 for 4. Now the Phils have the bases loaded and nobody out for Michael Franco.
I wonder if Gabe Kapler's having any thoughts of, with no lefty warming up in the bullpen, or maybe Nick Williams for struggling Aaron Altair.
There is Nick as he emerges. The cage is right down the stairs behind the dugout. Franco takes low with the infield in. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Over to third, right between the legs of Duffy. A run will score. Hoskins is around third. He's heading for home. He's going to score, and the Phils add a couple more runs. It's 7-3. You know, that would have been an easy double play ball. It could have even been a triple play.
Yeah, well, it definitely would have been a home to first double play.
That ball was hit hard.
Yeah, it was smoked by Franco, but it looked like it skipped on the artificial turf and just got underneath the glove of Duffy. And good coaching by Dusty Watson right there, because because the ball was hit so hard, Hoskins had to hold up at second, in case that ball carried a little further to Duffy. You didn't want to get doubled up on a line drive. But
Dubel scores, and then Hoskins follows. 7-3, and still nobody out. And here's Aaron Altair.
Well, that decision got made pretty easy for Gabe Kapler.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think they just said that Franco got a hit on that.
Wow.
And 2 RBIs.
Take it.
Check swing. And no swing, says Sam Holbrook. So the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's another look. Well, very happy for Michael Franco.
Yes.
But that should be an E5.
Yeah, just like Kingery should have had a stolen base in Atlanta.
Yeah, they gave it to him. They eventually gave it to him. Outside, 3-1. In the air to left field. Going back on it is Malik Smith. It is gone! 3-run home run for Aaron Altair. It's a 3-run homer that gives the Phils a 10-3 lead. and still nobody out.
Well, we talked about the timing of Aaron Altair, how he's just off, but this one here was pretty special. That foot got down early, and he did not miss it. So as soon as that foot got down, the swing starts. And that's just ball ran right into the barrel of his bat. That's a beautiful thing, and something that Aaron needs badly.
Estimated distance 402 feet as Knapp takes a strike. It's 0-1. He sure did need that.
Yes, he did.
Oh, and 2. Still nobody out. The Phillies with 10 runs on 7 hits. They have blown this game open.
You think of how much different this inning would have been if Duffy catches that grounder by Franco.
Absolutely. Kevin Cash's team has not played particularly well in this series. Inside, 1 and 2.
But you got to give the Phillies credit. They took advantage of a mistake.
Yeah, and they jumped on it.
And they ain't done jumping yet.
Opposite way for Knapp toward the bullpen. Hoskins scored a run in this inning. He has scored twice today. Franco credited with a 2-run single, and Knapp strikes out. Yeah, that's the first out of the inning, and Florimone is coming up. Double started the inning with a walk. Kind of trying to decide who they're going to put in the ball game. They were setting things up for Adam Morgan and then Hector Neris. It's going to still be Morgan in the bottom of the 8th inning. As Florimone fouls it away. Florimone is 1 for 3. Doubled his first time up. Fly to right. Struck out. Right now it's a good time to be a Philly, the way things are going. After that rough start, it's been nice to see them turn things around.
Oh, absolutely.
Started 1 and 4. Outside 2 and 1.
And you know, you could just see it in the players. They're playing now stress-free. Like a lot of things that happened early in the season with, you know, some decisions that were made where I think some of the players were a little confused with it. But I think now everything's pretty much where you want it as a club.
What is ripped down the right field line. And it's 3 and 2. Pretty good 3-1 swing. Got a little out in front. Out to right center field. Gomez venturing over, so is the center fielder Field, and Gomez stumbles back and makes the catch. I still think he's getting used to playing here.
Yeah, I don't think Johnny Field saw it either. They were both kind of running after it, hoping it came into view. I mean, that's what you're looking at. Probably. I mean, you see Johnny Field was running after it. I don't think he saw it. He knew where it was going. I just didn't think he saw it. But I mean, can you imagine if it was really sunny out? That roof would be a little wider.
1-0 down to Cesar. This will be the second inning today where the Phillies have sent 8 men to the plate. One ball, one strike. It's like Ramos will start to throw in the bullpen for the Phils next to Adam Morgan. As Cesar fouls it off his foot.
You don't think this could be an Adam Morgan one hitter? Try to get Malik Smith out and then bring Ramos in to
hitting him 2/3
to face Duffy.
Ramos may go 1 2/3. That one's pulled through the hole on the right side. Cesar is aboard. That's his first hit. He has scored 2 runs though. And here is Carlos Santana. Swing and a miss. Santana a little out in front of that first pitch.
I think he was guessing fastball middle in, and
little tapper foul, and it's 0-2. And a strike 3 call. Second time today that Santana has struck out. The Phils, though, put 5 runs on the board here in the 8th inning. Aaron Altair capped it all off with a 3-run bomb. 402 feet later, and the Phils are on top 10-3. Alone to talk about this game and the big hit by Aaron Altair, the big hit by Scott Kingery, and so much more. It's all coming up on Cure Auto Insurance presents Phillies Postgame Live. Rays fans are not overly enthused with the way this game has gone.
Checking out, please.
Yeah, I believe so. It's early in the season, but they're going to have a long year the way things are going right now. CJ Cron has had an up and down series so far offensively, just like a lot of the Rays hitters, although they do have 9 hits today. No balls and 1 strike to Malik Smith. Just missed off the outside corner. That little guy's keeping the faith, though. Ball and 1 strike. Fastball hit back toward the middle. Another base hit for Smith. His second one today. The ball was drilled.
Yeah, Adam. Morgan was lucky that ball wasn't. Wow. I mean, that's scary.
Yeah, that's pretty close. And now Matt Duffy.
Well, maybe they're going to let Adam get Duffy and Joey Wendell and bring in Ramos for Sucre.
Yeah, I think they would like, if they bring Ramos in, then that's it. He's going to finish the game. That's what they would like, I would think. One ball and 1 strike as Duffy goes fishing. By the way, John, did you see what happened last night in the Diamondbacks game against the Dodgers?
I did not.
Devin Marrero hit a home run, and he passed Alex Avila, so the home run didn't count. Alex Avila thought the ball might be caught, as that one's hit back toward the middle. Kingery flags it down, then drops it, throws to first, not in time. That'll be Scott's second error of the game. And runners on first and second with nobody out. So Marrero hits the home run, and it's a pretty good shot. I mean, it's not like it was a wall scraper, but Avila was holding up just to make sure it was gone. And he's about 5 feet off the first base bag. And Avila comes around the first base bag and is slightly ahead of him when the ball goes over the wall. And then Avila finally goes, and they review it, and they take the home run away.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. You don't see it that often. We have seen it before, but you don't see it that often. Outside to Wendell.
Do you think when old Abner invented baseball, he had all these rules in mind?
I think they're ever evolving.
Yeah. Do you think he sat down and said, "Okay, let's go over this scenario. If a guy hits a ball and it goes over the fence, but he runs past a guy, it is not a homer." I'm sure he didn't have in mind 15 mound visits.
I don't think he did. I don't know if he had in mind 15 pitchers being used.
Here's where Adam has to throw his best fastball and locate it well. 2-0 to Wendell. You don't want to go 3-0. Give the Rays the thought that they might have a chance of getting back in this game. And he threw a 2-0 slider with a 10-3 lead. I can see it.
Well, now it's 3-0. On the inside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Putting a lot of thought into this. 10-3.
You just want throw strikes or throw fastball.
But you're inside moving to a runner on second, and you have a 10-3 lead in the 8th inning.
Maybe he just wasn't comfortable with the pitch that he was.
I guess.
3-2 to Wendell. Sucre is on deck. Chaz Rowe is about to warm up in the bullpen for the Rays.
Saw him game one, didn't we?
We did. There's Rowe. Oh, just a bit outside. And now the bases are loaded. In a 10-3 game. Well, this is not the start that Adam Morgan wanted for his 8th inning. And Gabe Kapler is coming out. And Ramos, I believe, is coming in. There's the signal. So another pitching change with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Phillies on top 10-3. So as Ramos comes in, we'll step aside and be back right after this. Up 10-3 at the bottom of the 8th inning, but they've got themselves in a little bit of a predicament. The bases are loaded, nobody out, and Ramos will come on to pick up for Adam Morgan. Ben Lively started today's game, went 4. He allowed 3 runs. And then the bullpen took over. Milner, Rios, Garcia, Morgan, and now Ramos. And the first pitch to Sucre, up and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, I'm a little befuddled by the pitch selection against Wendell.
Yeah, I think your point is it's a 7-run game. Throw him a fastball, let him see if he can put it in play.
Yeah. I mean, he threw I think it was a 2-0 fastball in for a strike, and Wendell jumped back out of the way, so he wasn't comfortable with the pitch in.
The breaking ball, this one in there for a strike, 1-1.
You guys go to Atlanta?
Go to Atlanta. You're going home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't y'all drive up?
quicker to fly. Take your car.
It's clean.
Spinner off the first base line. That's a foul ball. Woo. Sam Holbrook looked like he was right on it. From here, it looked like it was fair.
Yeah, it did look like it was fair.
That looks foul right there, where it bounced anyway. It is reviewable, and they are going to take a look at it.
Might as well.
Now, the thing about it is if they overturn it, then they have to place the runners.
That's the difficult part.
So Sam Holbrook, who's the crew chief, he was the one who made the call. There's a request for a crew chief review. Sam's to the left. Jim Wolf is to the right. We haven't seen many of these where a call like this is overturned and then they have to place the runners. My thought would be that it would be a double.
Yeah, you don't want to see it now, but it kind of would be interesting to see what they do.
I mean, that looks foul.
Yeah, but
it's worth a try.
Yeah, but I guess they're going to uphold it.
Yep. Now the call stands, not confirmed, so they didn't have any evidence to go either way to overturn it. All right, so Sucre, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. They slowed up the breaking ball, and 1 out here in the 8th. And Daniel Robertson, the shortstop, is the hitter.
After throwing that fastball in to jam Sucre, get him to hit that reviewable ball, they head down the first base line. Now he comes back with that slider. He sped him up inside and then slidered him away and didn't have a chance.
Robertson is 0 for 3. Ramos and Knapp are having a little trouble getting on the same page in this inning. They'll get there. Two balls, no strikes. With an Art Span on deck. Phillies have turned 1 double play so far today. There's Span. Fouled away. And it's 2-1. That one just near the home radio booth for the Rays. Kranitz looks like he's pondering. How can I get 5 more outs?
I'd like to get 2 here with 1 pitch.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Boy, there was some wicked movement on that breaking ball. Back-to-back strikeouts.
That had a lot of break to it.
Sure did.
Just pitch where Knapp wants it down and away. Look how much that thing moved. Perfect location. This guy here's hit the ball hard every time up.
Yeah, 2 for 4.
Now the pop up to short wasn't, but
it was high. Outside, 1-1.
That's what we were talking about in the open, though, striking guys out. You know, Ramos comes in with the bases loaded and gets 2 quick strikeouts, and now it's going to take a 2-out hit for them to score a run. That's huge if your bullpen can strike guys out.
And we've got a piece of Knapp.
Might have got caught twice.
This is what Span did his first time up. This was back in the first, the 15th time in his career he's led off an inning. He led off the first inning with a home run.
Yeah, just a rolling breaking ball. Didn't have that good snap on it. The old veteran knows what to do with those.
Phillies bullpen came into this game with 44 strikeouts. And now it's 2-2. The leader of the pack of the Yankees, they have 85 strikeouts for their bullpen. They also have about 13 more innings than the Phils. Phillies bullpen is an ERA of 3.88. We mentioned that's 16th best in all of baseball. Two balls, 2 strikes. Adam Morgan watching the runners are his responsibility because of a single, an error, and a walk. And now these runners will be off with the count 3-2.
What do you throw?
The breaking ball's been his bread and butter.
Yeah, I think. I mean, there was no 1 in there. I'm assuming 1's a fastball. He didn't give any 1. I mean, this is speed up rules hitting the brakes once again.
Whatever's in there.
I think it's a breaking ball.
I do too. Runners go. Ball 4. That'll force it a run. It's now 10-4. They run charge to the line of Adam Morgan. And now Carlos Gomez. Phillies lead is at 6, 10-4. Gomez 3 grand slams to his credit. Breaking ball 0-1. Gomez, who came up with the Mets, he has started to bounce around. Brewers, Astros. Now with the Rays here, Rangers. Way outside, 1-1.
Didn't he get traded from the Mets to the Twins?
Yes. Where'd you get to know him? When he was in Houston?
Yeah.
Fouls it away.
He and Colby Rasmus. Colby Rasmus' dad's a huge Mike Schmidt fan. They grew up Phillies fans. And so I get Schmitty to send him a ball, his father a ball.
That'll make you friends with everybody. And now the 1-2 pitch. Off the hands, pop foul, out of play. And we'll do it again.
It was an interesting team. You know, when you go in there, because I was doing radio for their division series against the Royals, and they lost in 5 games. I think the Royals were down.
Incredible series.
2 games to nothing.
It was an incredible series.
Yeah.
Astros said that they learned a lot from that they took into last year's run of the World Championship. Swing and a miss. He got him with a breaking ball, and finally the inning comes to a close. 1 run scores for the Rays. 3 strikeouts for Ramos. On to the 9th inning. It's the Phillies 10, the Rays 4. His 9th game, 4.50 earned run average. And he will face Odubel Herrera to begin the top of the 9th inning. Phillies will hit the road after this game and head to Atlanta for a 3-game series. All 3 night games, all 3 at 7:35.
And then go home after that?
Then go home, take on the Pirates this weekend. Home for a good amount of time. First pitch to Odubel's outside, 1 ball and no strikes. By the way, Kittredge went 1 inning, 4 hits, 3 earned runs for the Rays, as Chaz Rowe picks up here in the top of the 9th inning. Outside, 2-0.
Kittredge line, 1 inning, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 strikeouts.
Phillies will go into Atlanta currently in 2nd place. The Phillies are a half game ahead of the Braves.
And I will see you guys on the 27th.
Braves were postponed today in Chicago. One of the 6 games postponed.
There's a shock.
Have to make that up at some point.
By the time the 27th rolls around, we should have a good scouting report on the Braves, right?
We should have a very good scouting report on the Braves. So odd to see a team twice in their place in the first month of the season. 3-0 on the inside corner, 3-1. Phillies are 3 games back in second place in the East behind the Mets, who are 11-2. Mets have 11 wins. The Pirates have 11 wins. The Diamondbacks have 11 in the National League. That's a lot of dogs to take care of. Ball 4. Odubel walks again. Second straight inning he is led off with a walk. And here comes Rhys Hoskins strolling to the plate. Hoskins average at .326. His on-base percentage through the roof at .464. The American League, there are 2 teams that have won 13 games, the Red Sox and the Angels, and both won 13 games. Outside, 1-0 to Hoskins. Got some Twins. Oh, let me see that phone.
No pictures, please. That was so romantic.
They're very romantic. Like Lady and the Tramp right there, John.
I'm gonna stay away from that one. That could go nowhere but get me fired.
It's a Disney movie.
I know it is. I've watched it. I think.
Three balls and no strikes. And some pitchers who are struggling with the strike zone here this afternoon.
It's special, isn't it? Really nice.
There's Kingery on deck. Outside, ball 4. So just like the last inning, the Phillies begin the inning with back-to-back walks. And Kingery will get a chance to bat. Well, Kyle Snyder's going to get somebody up in the pen. It's like Colomé. Nope, it's going to be Alvarado. Kingery takes a strike. Some mock cheers going through the crowd.
Hey, well, give him credit for sticking through this one.
Yeah, 19,000 and change on hand today. Outside, 1-1. The emoji T-shirt. The Kiermaier Chris Archer T-shirt given out as fans came in here.
We just hope that Kiermaier's not out for a long time. You hate to see someone have to miss time.
He went out with a sprained thumb, which he sustained when a headfirst slide at second base earlier in the game. He'll be reevaluated tomorrow. One ball and 2 strikes. Popped him up. Cron will give it a look. It's going to be back in the seats, though. Nice grab. Youngster brought his glove to the game, and he was able to pick that right out of the air. See what the Phillies have done with runners in scoring position in this series.
probably why they're going for the sweep. Just looking at those numbers.
The opportunities alone.
Yes, tons and tons.
13 hits in 31 chances. And another chance here for Kingery. Kingery's already tied the Phillies rookie record for most doubles in March and April. He's tied with Pudd'nhead Jones in 1949.
I remember that.
Mitch Haniger from the Seattle Mariners did it last year. Pudd'nhead popped him up. Duffy waits, and 1 out. Think about that, though. He has 7 doubles, and he still has 14 games left in the month.
I thought he has 8.
That's right. He has he has 7. Did they give him a double last time?
I got a double in his second at bat.
Yeah, that would make 7.
Maybe we can get one changed.
Franco, he was gifted a 2-run single his last time up. Good hack. 0-1. Three infielders on the right side. Little tapper foul, and it's 0-2. Fly ball, shallow center field. Actually, on the infield grass, infield fly roll, infield dirt, I should say, infield fly roll has been called, and there are 2 outs with runners on first and second. And Aaron Altera, who has a 3-run home run in this game. See if he can continue putting together some good at bats.
It's something he can build on, that last swing.
Breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Line drive foul.
Tell you what, they talk about sacrificing. Here's the last inning. Couple guys on. He got a pitch down and in and went down and got it. Hit that one a ton. How about the ball boy down the left field line? You see him jump in front of that one to block the guys in the bullpen?
It's his job, John. He's the protector.
Tell you what, I trust him in the foxhole. That ball was headed right for Hector, and he just gave himself up.
For the fans, too. Swing and a miss. A high breaking ball will wrap up the top of the 9th inning. So the Phils leave a couple here at the top of the 9th, and that leaves us with the bottom of the 9th inning. 3 outs to go for the Phils to get the sweep. continue. And he will try to get these last 3 outs before the Phils hit the road for Atlanta. Johnny Field, who picked up his first major league hit, will lead things off. He's 1 for 3 in the game.
Now let's make this a quick one. No drama. We don't need drama.
We don't need drama.
No. We get enough of that before and after the game with the announce crew and you losing your belt last night.
Couldn't find it. Fouled back to the screen. It's 0-1. Fell behind the chair in the room. Couldn't find it. It was under the curtains. Behind the chair. I mean, I eventually found it.
You have a chair by your curtains?
Mm-hmm. And a table, a nice end table too. It's very nice. You can sit and see the boats out on the water.
I don't think I had that.
Well,
Do you have a big thing when you walk in the door, a big like shelving unit?
no, I had a long hallway.
So as soon as you walk in the door, you see this big shelving unit.
Did not have a
Huge.
shelving unit. Did you put anything on it?
No.
Like gnomes or something?
What?
A gnome?
No. If I had a Greg Murphy bobblehead, though, I'd have put it up there.
Yeah, you would have. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Gonna have to get you one of those, John.
Do you have one?
No.
Breaking ball, and it's 2.
But I've been working on a prototype.
You're working on a prototype.
Yeah.
What are you going to have on it? You going to put any trinkets on it? Like a Minute with Murph shirt?
Minute with Murph shirt, for sure.
Yeah, with a sign, like a real estate sign saying Minute with Murph?
Exactly. Look at this sandwich board.
2-2. And a fly ball to left field. Hoskins started back. Now he comes running in, and it's going to drop for a hit. And Field has his 2nd hit of the game. And he starts the 9th inning. And C.J. Cron will come in.
Tell you what, you hope playing outfield here in just 2 games that Reese has been here doesn't put him in like a you know, and it happened to me too when I was in San Diego because of the lights. Every ball, and it didn't matter what ball hit playing left field, it got in the lights, and I became gun shy in the outfield. And you know,
what,
like,
does it hamper your aggressiveness?
Yeah, like, well, I was praying that they didn't hit me one.
Fastball just below the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hector Neris down there just lightly throwing.
Ball and 2 strikes. Check swing. And that'll even the count up at 2-2. Phillies tomorrow will have Aaron Nola on the mound as they kick off that series with the Braves. Phillies looking to avenge what started out as a pretty good first game down in Atlanta on opening day. They wound up losing it. And then wound up losing 2 of 3. As Kingery will settle under that to make the catch. There's Aaron. He'll make the start tomorrow to kick off the series. Nick Pivetta will start game 2. Velasquez game 3. See Pat Neshek's in the dugout. He's going to start throwing. Tommy Hunter is going to pitch in a rehab game on Tuesday. in Clearwater. Mark Leiter Jr. is going to throw tomorrow. So some of the bullpen is starting to get healthy. At least that's the hope. Yesterday, Hunter threw well in Clearwater. His cutter was effective. His legs were fine.
Tell you what, there's going to be some tough decisions for the Phillies brass. We mentioned how well everyone in the bullpen's been performing. How do you know, they're going to be, what, possibly 3 guys get sent down within the next few weeks? The tough league, man.
1 ball, 1 strike. Bouncing ball to first base, foul. And it's 1-2. How good is this going to be if the Phils can finish off a sweep of an American League East team, even though it's a struggling one, and just keep this thing rolling?
Yeah, that's the thing, you know, and we talked about it some last night. You know, yeah, when you play the tough teams, you hope that you can split with them, but when you play teams that you think you should beat, you got to beat them, and that's what they're doing. They took care of the Reds. Now they're, you know, 1 out away from taking care of the Rays. Took 2 out of 3 from the Marlins.
Well, with 2 outs now, Matt Duffy is the batter. Duffy takes strike 1, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. A reminder, as we mentioned before, NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus at 7:30 tomorrow.
We'll be in about the 4th inning.
Softball game?
Yeah.
What time does that start?
6.
We got a night game.
Yeah. Over an hour drive to get there, too.
No balls, 2 strikes, runner at first. Field not being held on. And it's 1-2.
There's a place we stop when we go up there. It's
Truck Steaks?
No, not yet. But it's like a, I don't know, buffet, like a Dutch buffet, but it's like everything's home cooked. Oh,
nice.
Gosh, it's delicious. The pies. Oh. Might stop there on the way home.
Is that place outside Sarasota?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarge used to go there all the time.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. I don't think we're going that far north tomorrow. So I don't think we're going to go further north to eat with the kids and find something more closer to where we are.
One ball and 2 strikes. Back toward the middle. This should do it. Kingree's got it. And he'll throw over to first. A little low. Dug out by Carlos Santana. And the Phillies have swept out the Tampa Bay Rays. They win it today by a final score of 10-4. They have won 6 consecutive games and continue to climb in the National League East. Aaron Altaire's 3-run home run. He also was joined by Scott Kingery, who had a 3-run double. They are Chevrolet players of the game this afternoon. Well, this turned out to be a very good weekend. Doesn't always turn out that way in the American League when you have interleague games for the Phils. But this weekend, they got good starting pitching. Not great today. I mean,